One of the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to College Park, Maryland, SECU Stadium, better known as the Snake Pit and home of the Terps. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the Kansas State Wildcats, taking on the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Kansas State ready to kick it off to get things underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Wide receiver going in motion. Dropping back, it's Washington. Makes the grab. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Quarterback may change this route. Going to sling it on second down. Might be looking to run. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
QBs do a really good job of feeling pressure and trying to get away from it. And you can see he wants to, but there's nowhere to go. Great job by the defense. Get him to the ground for no gain.
Third down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
And that is why this defense is #1 in the nation against the pass. They've got a lot of guys that are going to play on Sundays in the NFL. You just saw the speed on the back end, tracking that thing down to get the interception on the opening drive of the game.
Off play action on first down. Got his man on the right. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapped around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. He picks up maybe a couple before he stopped right at the 30-yard line.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Back to pass, it's Washington. Fires to the right. Got the big tight end on the corner route. This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Wants to throw on first down. Got a little space. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. The snap sets up the throw. Got the big tight end on the corner route. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down and an eternity after a mountain of penalties. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's McGee. Got room at the 35. Corralled and brought down by the defense.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. That's reeled in. It's Adams. They'll run him out of bounds, but look what's on the ground. Penalty marker. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Now on second down. The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Washington. And the quarterback is sacked. There are penalty flags down, but this might be doubly bad for the offense. I think the penalty might be on them. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
And the offense goes 5 wides and spreads the field. The problem is that spreads you thin, and you only got 5 guys in protection, and they don't do a good enough job up front. The defense gets home, forces the fumble. Big play for this defense.
The Wildcats now try to cash in on this big opportunity created by the defense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Touchdown, Wildcats! Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, you can't get momentum in a game any better than they just did. Defensively, you get the turnover. Right away, your offense jogs on the field. You take a shot deep, you hit it for a touchdown. They've got a lot of explosive playmakers on this offense, and you saw it right there.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Buys just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
Looking for a man. It's Washington. Hauls it in. Runs through a tackle. Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42. And now this offense is clicking.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows. He can run slants. He can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. First down here for the offense. They want to throw it. Takes a hit as he fires. Catch in the middle. It's Adams. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Got a man. It's Adams. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. So after the penalty, a little extra ground to cover on first down. They just keep firing. The throw. Fires to the tight end. And they get him down. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything. Get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
Unloads to the wideout. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them up.
Motion from the wide receiver. Back to throw, it's Washington. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Maryland! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
The extra point here would tie the game. And they tacked on the extra point. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Northwestern is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. We've seen this program stage memorable comebacks before. Do not rule out another one today. It's a touchdown game. They're trailing by 7 to Washington. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Finds his man. It's Lopez.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
On the ground, it's Green. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. And the Wildcats really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Motion from the wideout. Completes the shuffle pass. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Yeah, and a lot of times, man, that's what I do on short yardage situation. Third and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
He's got it, first down and more. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period.
Brings up second down.
Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. Back to pass. He hurls one deep down the left side. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
That's a great play by the defensive back, swatting away that football on that deep pass.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Makes the grab. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44. Kansas State pushing the pace.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at them. They're right back on the football, ready to run another play.
With the catch, it's Green. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Well, it's important in this game, throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. They're going to ride this running back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They tried to get the defense going the wrong way with the counter, but nothing doing.
Aggressive defense, attacking defense. You want to hit them with those counters, but it wasn't successful in this play. Defensive line, linebackers, everybody's dialed in to see what's...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Defense has it. They're on the move. He managed to few... on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The Wildcats come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. The change will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Wildcats kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. He's got it on the right. Fights off the defender. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens.
Touchdown, Kansas State. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. These two guys, they just shared a glance, and they knew exactly what to do, Dave.
And how many times do we hear that? The quarterback talk about it after the game and go, hey, I just looked at him. He knew what I saw. I knew what he saw. We're on the same page. We've done this before. That chemistry equals big plays.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these offenses behind the sticks.
The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Backed up now. Here's second and long. They'll run play action. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A very productive play until it was wiped out by that penalty, and they'll go back to work. Second down coming up. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw. It's Washington. Fires to the middle. Finds the big tight end. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
It's hard for an offense to win when you get in predictable situations. What a great job understanding where the first down marker is. I got to get a big game. Got to get that first down. Nice job. Great nose for the first down.
We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they've got it at the 49.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Expect some pressure coming from the blitz. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Good, wide open, big play opportunity. Hits him right between the numbers. You got to make that play. Those are one of those where I tap my helmet like, dude, that was me. That was on me. My bad. Give me another opportunity later on.
Brought down at the 38. It's a pickup of 10 and a first down. Kansas State quick to the line. To the air on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
This defense has a lot of speed, especially in the secondary, and you saw that speed. That defender got to that receiver so quick, and because of the hit, incomplete pass.
They're dealing with a second and long. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he's very fortunate to get it back to the line of scrimmage, greeted by a sea of defenders.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Grab near the marker, it's Lopez. Out of bounds at the 24-yard line after the huge pickup.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Kansas State back at it after picking up the first down. Looking to throw on first down. Completes it in the middle. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
My goodness, this offense has got it rolling. They might put up a 50-burger. This defense, they don't have any answers right now. They're going to have to figure something out.
Down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Wants to go up top on first down. Now he's going to break the pocket. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
Red pass, it's complete. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. They'll try to get it through the air. Give him 6. Touchdown, Wildcat!
They trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Shut down in the backfield again, and that might do it here in the half. And what a way for this defense to wind up the quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. We're just about ready to start the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Comes the Kansas State offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Back to pass on second down. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Snags it on the right. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. Well, they say the bounces eventually even out, but they've been pretty much one-sided today.
And the defense needs something to happen so bad. You're in a deficit already. You get your hands on a football, and the offense still makes the play. That is so demoralizing for this team. In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Motion from the back. Back to throw. It's Washington. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air on second down. That's caught. It's Adams. And the first guy couldn't get him, but the second one does, but not until he picks up the first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Lost to throw again. Pulls it in. It's Adams. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And offensively, I love running these drag routes. I mean, these are the routes that, whether it's zone, whether it's man, they're so successful. It's just about seeing what the defenses do.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
That's a good example there of complementary defense. The DBs and linebackers are playing zone. They're playing their spaces, and they force the QB to have to hold the ball, try to work through his progressions, and then the pass rush. They win up front.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Adams. Still on his feet at the 45. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo boosters.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Skips away from pressure. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
You got to be impressed with the quarterback on that last play because he's already been sacked a ton of times in this game. He knows he does not have a lot of time to survey the field, get through his progression. So As soon as he feels a lane to take off and run, he's going to take it. A really nice job that time, showing off the athleticism and picking up the first down.
And you are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Gets it out fast. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. Got a hand on it nicely and broke it up in the end zone.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. Snags it. They will score. Touchdown, Terrapins. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay big dividends.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Fires to the wideout. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43. Big chunk play to start this drive. Now they'll really try to take it to this defense. Rides to back and leaps it. Hard running there.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Trying to escape and get it himself. Got a first down. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Grabbed behind the line, it's Lopez. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Guys, it's Kansas State who carries the lead into the quarter break. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. So the final period starts with a second down play. Trying play action. Lets it fly. Makes the grab. Touchdown, Kansas State. Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their sixth straight win. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, we've got a final to let you know about, a game happening inside the ACC today. Miami opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's building and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. Never know what can happen when two good teams face off, but even the most plugged-in ACC fans have to be surprised by this one, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And
good start by this offense. Something positive on the first play. The drive is good. Listen, the hill is large, right? Like this, we need 2 scores. We got to have 2 touchdowns to get back in this game. We got to be aggressive. We got to take shots, but obviously not put.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Picks up the ball and tries to make something of it.
Woo. Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up. You're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. You saw a nice completion on that last 3rd down. Let's see if he can keep it going.
The Terrapins getting set on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Washington. Pressure coming. Going to try to get it himself. Oh, what a move to get room. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Got it in the middle. It's White. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's McGee. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
So now it's 2nd and long. Looking to fire. The sure hands, it's Adams. And that defense is all over that one. No room to run after the catch.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
And the Terrapins come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On target over the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Looking to pass. It's Washington. Under fire. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. He fires a bullet to the right. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. They get him on the ground after the turnover, but there is a flag on the field, and we'll see if that will be a reprieve for this offense. 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. You got to take care of the ball, but there is room to take a shot here. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's got a little room. He'll pick up 6 out to the 13.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Wildcats are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got his man quickly. Turning it on! They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to 3rd down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
And the Wildcats with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Touch pass on the run. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver in different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
This is a big 3rd down. If they can move the chains, they can just about salt this game away. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
And they found the big fella again, and they found him early and often today. They featured him here in the 4th quarter. Still time left in this football game. I imagine he's going to still continue to get the football thrown his way.
Kansas State has it with another 1st and 10. Off the bootleg, looking to fire. He turns it loose to the left. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Grab behind the line. It's Lopez. They'll stop him at the 41, but he's got 10 yards, and they'll move the chains.
You know, the defense, they just haven't been able to find an answer for this guy throughout the course of the game. Obviously, he's got 2 touchdowns, picks up the first down there. They've tried doubling him. They've tried man coverage, zone coverage. Nothing working on defense. They can't stop him.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
The defense will take a timeout. 25 seconds left to play. From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. From the gun, wants to pass. They're working that left side. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The hand to the running back. At the 20, he's got space. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are a lot bigger than this.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.